Okay, so let's talk about the final practical assignment. So if we look on the handout, we can see that um, we have done part 1, and the last tutorial videos explained how to get an establishing shot. We also looked at part 2, which is to gain 2 additional shots by combining any 2 of these cinematic movements. And now we want to look at part 3, which is essentially combining all the shots together. So we're going to create a single video sequence complete with audio by combining all the captured footage throughout the exercise. Now I have here a list of different programs that we can use to do this. Some of us might be familiar with some of these programs already. Before we dive into this, I'm just going to take a look at the clips that I have generated from my 3D scene. Now, I currently have 3 shots. This is my first one. This is a pull-out, and this is what I'm using as my establishing shot. So this was what was done in the tutorial videos. This next video, I have combined tracking along with a push in, right? And my second combination video is doing a parallax along with a reveal, right? So we can see where I parallax around the person walking and then reveal the guardhouse. So that is my second video. Now notice when you go back to the class site, you see 2 additional video clips that are here. One is a parallax of the guardhouse that was taken by the drone, and the other is a pullout that was also taken by the drone. So these footage you will be using as well to do the final practical part 3 of the virtual camera. Now you will also need the footage that you had collected in the physical camera exercise, and those you can access from this button here that says download your phone's footage here, right? Now once you click that, it will come up with this table, and what you do is look for your name and download the 3 footage that you had submitted for the part 1 of the practical assessment. Now after downloading my phone footage, I have placed them in a folder called phone clips, and here is my 3 shots that I have that I had created in the first part of the practical. So I will call this one reveal, and I will call this one reveal 2, and this final one parallax. Alright, now if I go back to my handout, notice it says combining all sequences captured throughout the practical sessions. Hence, I have created a folder called establishing shots, and I've placed the videos downloaded from the website that was given to us by the drone pilot. So in total, I have my 2 establishing shots given to me, the phone clips from part 1, 3 phone clips, and a third establishing shot that I took, and 2 additional camera shots. These last 3 shots were taken using the 3D scene given in the virtual camera practical exercise. Now all these clips we are going to combine in one video sequence. Now before we go into tips in putting those clips together, let's take a quick overview of the video editing process, right? Now we so far have looked at elements of the 3 major components of the production process, right? So for pre-production, we looked at creating a storyboard from images and what it would be like to come up with an idea or to execute an idea from a story. We've looked at the production process. This would involve you going into 3D Max or your equivalent software and manipulating and doing technical things. And now we're looking at the post-production process, which would involve doing things like video editing, adding text and titles, adding sound, and polishing the final video. So in terms of doing the post-production, the video editing and adding titles and text and sound design is going to be the final step before we produce the final output. Now, from the production process, you would have gotten a series of clips, and this is what happens in real world. The idea, the persons with the ideas come up with the idea, they share that idea, and the technical persons build those ideas, they produce them as clips, and it's up to the post-production persons to put those clips together. Okay, now this will be our storyboard for this particular practical. We're going to have a title, we're going to have the establishing shots shown, right? This will be the drone establishing shots. Then we're going to have another title that says something like a closer look, and we're going to show all the footage that we captured, those short footage, the ones from the cell phone and also the ones from the generated from the 3D scene. Now the persons or person who is responsible for post-production would have been given a storyboard from the persons responsible for pre-production. However, just being given a storyboard of what to include in what order is by no means the end all. The post-production process of evoking emotion is what will be used to put these clips together to really let it be a wonderful production. What we have here is an example of a production that was done, and I want to highlight some key important things, particularly when doing post-production, and the importance of conveying emotion. Now if we head back to the class website, you will see a file that's called example of part 3. It's actually the launch video for the Surface desktop product by Microsoft, but I chose this video because it really highlights some of the importance of the post-production process. So let's take a look at the video without any sound just to see what it shows us. Now you can play this in your browser or you can download it. Okay.
Nothing to